Morning, everyone. We are going to do something fun this morning for the springtime of the year. We're going to make a springtime flower, some fun you can do that is very scientific, and you only need a few things to make that happen. The process scientifically we're going to do today is called chromatography. It means separating particles into a different structure using the solubility properties, in this case, of water. So we're going to use a marker that is water soluble, not a permanent marker that will not run when you put it in the washing machine or something like that, but something that will actually dissolve in water and will separate the particles out and have some fun and make something very, very pretty. Our goal today is to learn a little science and to make something very, very pretty that looks like a flower in the springtime of the year. So what we will need to begin with is this little thing called a coffee filter. Your mom and dad probably have some of these around the house somewhere, or they can get them at the grocery store. Even during COVID-19, they will have coffee filters for old style coffee makers. So you'll need a coffee filter. You will need some different colored markers. I'm going to use the green marker today, but you can use any color. And these, again, do not need to be the permanent markers that you would use, like if you were marking your inside of your clothing to let you know that it was yours and not someone else when you go to summer camp or go out with your athletic team or something. You need a marker like you would use to draw in your home or at school that is water soluble. If it doesn't work, you'll know you used the wrong kind of marker, but if it does, you have the right kind of markers that are on track. One thing that we'll go ahead and tell you up front is the green that you see is a blend of many colors to make the company that made this to make it the green color they wanted to. The same thing for yellow. Yellow is just not yellow, and pink may not just be pink. And all orange and other colors that are out there, when they make markers, they blend a lot of colors. We're going to separate those colors and make something very, very pretty. So you need a coffee filter. You need some markers. The next step is you take your marker and about 2 inches out from the center, make you a circle. Just make one circle with your marker. So everybody can do that. That's real easy to do. And then the step after that is you take your filter that you've marked and fold it one time and fold it over again till you have a 1/4 type shape. And then you want to take that and put your finger down in one side of it and make you a cone. So everybody can make a cone. That's the next step. All right, you need 1 or 2 more things. We had said that we were going to separate it using water. Separate the colors using water because this marker is soluble in water. So make sure that you get some type of glass. It doesn't have to be clear. That you can take your coffee filter cone and put it down in there like that. Okay? So when you find out about where it is, fill the water up to that point. You want the water to come to the very tip but not touch the color. So you can put your water in, put it back in, ease it down. You get it very to the tip of the water, and then it'll hold itself in there. You can watch it. When it gets close to the top, you may want to grab it and help it stop. And then you will get something that begins to happen like this. As you can see, the tip of mine is at the very bottom, and then it worked the color up. Now the color was way down here, closer to the bottom when it starts, but as the water's coming up, it's separating these colors. And you can already see that the green marker already has the color yellow in it. It has green, and I believe some of this is about to turn to blue. So it'll make a very, very pretty design on your paper. When you get through to dry it, you can put it on a paper plate, or you can take your coffee filter and use something like a clothespin or a paper clip and hang it on a piece of string, and you will see the colors that are separated. And in fact, the one I did earlier shows that the green marker that we chose to use has the colors of green, yellow, and blue. That's what makes it up, and you can see how it's traveled throughout the paper. Now, after you do the first one and learn how to do it and actually see the separation, you can be real creative. You could take your marker, I'm going to make one, and you could do some multiple things. You may want to start with multiple colors on your paper, and they're going to blend together and make something that could be very tie-dye. So you may want to do something like that. You can see that I've used the pink, the green, and the yellow. And then you might even want to be creative and do some other things by making you some other marks on this, and just be creative and have some fun and see what it does. Again, coffee filters are very inexpensive. You might get a pack of 50 or 100, so you can make a lot of colorful flowers to have around. So do some of these when you're doing Zoom meetings and Google Meets and things like that with your teachers, or you're using your Seesaw program. Take a picture of that and send it back to your teacher and show them what you did during the springtime of the year while you were at home and had some extra time while we're sheltering in place. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Enjoy having some fun learning some science, how particles separate in soluble water in case of these markers. And again, that process is called chromatography. Have a great day, and we will see you very, very soon.